Sneak attack.
Boom. We are live.
Bet you didn't know we were coming.
We were just hiding behind the logo. Listen, everybody.
Aren't we always? That's what we're doing. We're just hiding behind the logo.
It's like on The Office when Dwight said he likes to surprise people. He says that's why he always whips open doors when he walks into a room.
Like Kramer.
Oh, man.
We were just talking to Pete. That boy is nutty.
Nutty Pete. So right before the show, I beat WarioWare on Game Boy Advance.
I thought maybe you beat Basic Math.
I'm still working on that one. Conference, welcome. Chris here's he's a big Game Boy fan. I know that.
Oh man, I need one of those Mario visors to wear when I'm using my cars.
Yeah, so I had this game a long time ago on Game Boy Advance, and I finally on the Nintendo Switch Online thing, I ended up beating it just tonight.
Sweet.
It's a short game, but it's a lot of fun, and I'm gonna be doing a video on it. A long video on it, showing it off.
We got Lance in the house already. We got Pete in the house.
PJ.
I still have to say that every time. I'm off on Monday. Maybe I'll sit down and watch Robin Hood. PJ.
Let's see. Yeah. There's someone who won't be with us tonight.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Raquel Welch has passed.
When you think of Raquel Welch, what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Was she in that caveman movie?
Yes.
That outfit, that's what comes to mind.
And well, I was watching that documentary about Alan Carr, and he was talking about who he was going to get for Can't Stop the Music with the Village People. Do you remember that movie? It was. I never watched it, but she was one of them that he thought about. He wanted Olivia Newton-John, he said, because she was in Grease. So he wanted her bad, but couldn't get her. She wouldn't do it. So then he thought of Raquel Welch. He thought of somebody else. And then Valerie Perrine was hot because of Superman. So there you go. The 9-volt stages are the best.
Yes, and WarioWare. And they're cool because they're based off of Nintendo games. And if you never played them, WarioWare is just nothing but a bunch of, they call them micro games because they're like 3 seconds long.
Yes.
And they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, Logan. I'll tell you what. I got together with Logan and his friend Zach over the weekend, and we played some games on the Switch, and they were just chatting away. Look at that. JW's got that is beautiful.
That's a lot of GoGameGo right there.
Jeff and I are big Dynamite Blue Falcon fans.
Yeah.
But they were just chatting away about all the games on there. And I told Zach after Logan had to step away for a second, I said, Zach, I wish I'd have recorded all of that. It'd have been a perfect show. I mean, those two chatting about all that stuff would be a great little segment, I'm telling you.
Yeah, JW, that was Wario's last adventure game, I believe. He did a game in Wario on the Wii U, which was kind of like WarioWare.
Yeah.
Not quite, but kind of. And then there's a new WarioWare game on the Switch.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, Laura was a huge fan of WarioWare. She played the crap out of that game.
Wario Shake It is a really good game.
Is it?
Yeah, it's on Wii. It's a platformer.
Cool.
The artwork is outstanding.
Wow.
Wow.
Casey's here.
The free GoGameGo premiere. Well, thanks for opening for us tonight, Pete. We'll do the same for you sometime.
Pete was back in the green room tonight. He's talking about the next porn film.
Before we start talking about Game Boy stuff on Switch, I started watching The Last of Us. We've gotten through 3 episodes.
Good.
And
what do you think?
First 2 episodes were good. The third one was a stinker, man. That was terrible. Holy smokes, that was bad.
Oh, you mean with Offerman?
Yeah, with Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
Not that it was done poorly. I just didn't understand the point of the whole episode. It was you spent an hour just so you could find out why he went to this guy's house. I'm like, I don't know. You could have just had him stumble onto it or something. It reminded me of the episode of The Fly of Big Bang Theory, Breaking Bad. It was a terrible episode. It didn't forward the show or the story at all like this one.
Right.
I spent an hour watching them just to get a car key. I'm like, oh my gosh, come on. You could have written a better story than that, right?
Right.
But I mean, overall, it's really well done.
Yeah.
Makes me want to go play the games. I never have. I haven't played either one.
Yeah. And I thought Offerman was a great choice for that part, but
he's a great actor. He's tremendous.
Yeah. When they were showing what the guy was doing before I realized it was him, and then I saw those eyes, I'm like, oh man, he's a perfect choice for this character.
Big block. You got to send in a list.
It got to a certain point, and I was like, okay, can we get back to the show now?
Yeah, I always confuse Big. I do for some reason. The 2 names, I don't know why they're not. I mean, they got
Breaking Theory and Big Bang Bad.
Big B words, and other than that, what do you think of the new Flash movie trailer? I saw that. I guess that was during the Super Bowl.
Yes, it was.
I don't know. I mean, I've said it before. I'm not a big superhero fan, so it didn't do much for me.
Well, I'll tell you what. You know how I am about trailers. I don't watch them. However, this whole disenchantment with all the Marvel films and everything, I don't care if I watch trailers anymore. Actually, it's kind of like watching the movie now because I'm not going to go see the movie.
Instead of watching movies, why don't you just watch trailers?
That's what I'm saying. I watched that trailer that I go, okay,
you did it. You're done.
It's about all I need to do. And it didn't cost me a thing.
And you saved yourself 2 hours.
Tell me about it. I was recounting today. I was recounting the day that my nephew got a hold of me, and he said, "Have you seen the new Justice League movie?" I'm like, "No, is there a new one?" He goes, "Well, it's the original. It's the one they did, but there's 2 more hours." And I'm like, "Why the hell would I want to watch 2 more hours of a movie that sucks?" So,
boy, Mike's sick. Oh no.
Mike, well, at least it's in good shape.
Yes.
So he should be able to get rid of it quickly. Casey says he loves superhero movies. So Casey, in saying that, how much do you love them? Do you love them so much that you've seen them all? Or are there some that you've missed? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, we watch them every so often. Did you see the new trailer for the film Strays? It's a dog movie. It's not a talking dog movie, is it?
I did. Yeah, I did see that. Of course, the best commercial was Workday with rock stars. Don't call yourself rock stars. You're not rock stars. Do you know what it takes to be a rock star? So keep going on, and it's got Joan Jett and Paul Stanley, Ozzy Osbourne, Billy Idol, Gary Clark Jr. Free Time Is Not My Friend, and I watch you and a few others more than anything else. We are superheroes, though. Well, that's Super Jeff.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Super Jeff and Thor.
Did I get rid of Super Jeff? What did I do that for?
I don't know.
Oh no, it was a good one. I'll just do
but
this.
The reason I asked, Casey, is because I want to know if you've seen the original Punisher with Dolph Lundgren in it. The only other thing with the superhero stuff that gets a little disappointing is the ones that you like don't last. So, like, I thought the Punisher series was pretty good, but I'm like, when the hell are they going to make more? I'm like, or they start off solid and then they just kind of, or like Iron Fist, or to me, Luke Cage, they just are lukewarm the whole time. Luke Cage was lukewarm the whole time.
There's a mini arcade cabinet for Food Fight. I didn't see that.
Wow.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Is it guilty? Thank you. That's exactly how I feel about it. I'm not walking around going, that's the best one. But I don't hate it. It's the most down to earth one, I think. Then the only other thing you have to ask is if somebody says that they're a big fan of superhero movies, have they seen the 1994 Fantastic Four movie? Was it 94? Fantastic Four movie? Yeah, I think that's what it was. Not the one with not the things with Chickless and those guys with Jessica Alba. Those were a farting joke. What is this? Read that Ant-Man Quantumania is horrible reviews, worse than oh dear Lord, how do you do that?
I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen that trailer too. Not.
I'm like, do you sit down and try to do that? How do we shit on Thor: Love and Thunder? That's gonna take me a minute. How about Ant-Man? We'll just stick Ant-Man down my throat and we'll just poop him out and see what happens. Stashnet, how you doing? Did you hear Mike was sick? Mike was sick. Mike is sick, I guess.
Oh, it sucks, man. Being sick's the worst.
Yeah. I'm getting into. He hasn't seen that. Yeah. When I interviewed Zloz, he was talking about he liked Dolph Lundgren and Command Performance. There you go. There's a movie for you. Check out if you want to check out a Dolph Lundgren action movie. Command Performance. He plays a drummer in a band, and he's also like a merc. And the '89 Captain America. Oof. Yikes. And Nick Fury, David Hasselhoff. Yes. I don't think I saw that Nick Fury movie. I can watch it. I have access to it.
Hey, Casey, while you're at Home Depot, you have that phone just blaring out and tell everyone about us. Wear your GoGameGo outfit when you go. Whenever you see someone, just say, please like and subscribe.
This is wonderful. This right here on my phone. Please like and subscribe.
Blake, you didn't miss anything. You're good.
What do you mean? He missed everything that was in the first 11 minutes. You missed everything that was in the first 11 minutes.
What's a coffee boy? Welcome.
Oh, he's got his Cap mask. So Blake, since you're like Cap, how many of the Cap movies have you seen? They made one with Reb Brown back in the day. Well, I believe Reb Brown played. Is he the guy that played Thor as well in the Hulk series? Because they had Thor was in one of those with Ferrigno, and then they had the Trial of the Hulk. Do you remember who played Daredevil in that at all, Jeff?
No, I've never even seen that.
Rex Smith. I can't remember that. Oh, you take my breath away. That's awesome. He didn't sing that on the show. Maybe he should have. Oh man, what is this one? The Roger Corman 94 Fantastic was never intended to be released. That's right. Only made so they could continue to hold the rights. That is absolutely right, BJ. Thank you for that. That is correct. I would not have remembered to say that. What about the Red Skull? He says. And what is this? What about D'Onofrio as Thor in... Oh. Cute. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
This is
Rex Smith from Solid Gold.
This is bringing back a memory here. Rex Smith.
Yeah, Rick Smith.
Was he a movie critic?
No, he was like a teen idol.
Oh, okay. Then I'm thinking of something else.
I think he did he was in wasn't he? He was in the Pirates of Penzance. Opposite Linda Ronstadt. Am I right on that?
Why get a woman that looks like Jessica Alba and make her invisible?
Oh, thank you. Why have her take off her clothes and she's invisible? I'm like, come on. What kind of frickin' weirdo shit is that? That's just. Oh my God, she's invisible. She's naked. Right. You can't see anything, right? You do understand this. I know, but I'm just imagining. Well, good. You're going to do that for the rest of your life.
Melissa Coffee, I hope you enjoy the first level. Maybe the second level.
Maybe.
It's a tough one, man. Solid Gold. That's really going back. Jeez.
Oh,
was that late 70s?
Yeah, Marilyn McCoo. Yeah,
she took over for Dionne Warwick, right?
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't Dionne Warwick the original one?
Yeah. What is this? Made 2 of your recipes, and I need more. Okay, what did you make? And I haven't seen anything in the mail. Should I be ready for that? Just checking. I do need to make something else again on the show. Seen the first 2. Why I was booked to fight Bucky and Winter Soldier. I have no clue. So wait a minute. So you haven't seen Civil War yet? I just have to get that straight because that's a crime. If you haven't seen that,
it's a crime against humanity.
It is. All of humanity may be knocking at your door tomorrow. Like it a lot. So here's what Pete says. Nice. DJC both love that game. I like it a lot. It reminds me of Reactor for some reason. Arcade and Atari versions. 45 of Rex Smith. There you go. Was it Take My Breath Away? Is that what it was? He also had a hit duet before making a lot of TV. Yeah, he did. Who the hell was it? Rex later host on Solid Gold with Marilyn McCoo. Wow. One level only. Atari. No, maybe that's what I'll do. I have a feeling I'm staying up late tonight. Control. I'm going to take Friday off.
Yeah.
Claude Rains is still the best Invisible Man.
Oh, I still haven't gone back to watch it. I was saying a few weeks ago, I watched like the first half hour or so, and I was like, man, this is really good.
Mm-hmm. So how many of the Universal films have you ever seen? The old classics.
Oh, the monster movies?
Uh-huh. Like, have you seen Dracula?
Yeah, I've seen Dracula and
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, I saw that.
Invisible Man.
Not the Invisible Man. That's why it was the first time I'd seen that. It just didn't interest me because I was like, oh, you're invisible. Big deal. Come back when you got a talent. Just didn't interest me at all. But man, the movie, I think, well, at least for the first 30 minutes, and the movie's only like an hour and 10 or something. It's crazy short.
So let me get this straight. Every reel you've got to show me, I can't see you.
Oh,
I was the Invisible Man.
So you're invisible. So how am I supposed to know you're even here?
It's like a graphic designer that hasn't had a job yet.
Yeah.
Can you show me some of your work? Well,
it's invisible.
I haven't had a job yet. That's the thing about being a graphic designer or a writer or whatever it is in that vein of creativity, because you just got to make shit up because you can't see anything and you're not worked anywhere. You just got to make shit up.
I ran into in our basement. I ran into this huge. I don't know what I want to call it. It's like not a briefcase, but it's literally like 5 times the size of a briefcase. I mean, it's hard to even move around, but I've got all this stuff from my college days, like that I would show on interviews.
Yeah.
It's crazy. This stuff's so old. Some of the stuff I did, I was like, hey, that's actually pretty good. Forgot I even did it.
When you're still digging your stuff.
It's like, that's
so
not
backed up.
Some of it I literally don't even remember doing. It's been, I mean,
Wow.
you're talking 30 years ago, over 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I can't remember all that.
How do you expect me to remember that? That's like one of those moments I had with a student. They were like, oh, I can't even lift my head. I'm like, nobody's asking you to.
Rex Reed. That's what I'm thinking about, Brian. Thank you.
Oh, Rex Reed was in Tommy. Right? No, that's Oliver Reed. Right? Yeah. Rex Reed was in what?
Superman, right?
Rex Reed was in Superman. Oh, yeah. Rex Reed.
Invisible Man was a prick. Yeah, he was. Oh, that lady. My God, their voice. Oh, her voice.
Elsa Lanchester?
Is that the old lady? I don't know. Now, what about Abbott Costello? How many monster movies did they do? Was it all in one movie or was it different ones?
I think they had a couple, but in one of them there was Frankenstein and the Wolfman.
Yeah, there was the ones they had. There was more than one monster in there.
Salvatore wanted another Cooking with Stu, so I was agreeing. I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Here's another version of the Mummy. I'm sorry.
Oh, the Hammer version. Christopher Lee is the Mummy. And it has Peter Cushing. Wow, early Star Wars meeting. Of course, they never appeared together.
Bela Lugosi is an interesting guy.
Very much so. And of course, the Plan 9 from Outer Space. I don't know. I was going to use the word fiasco, but it is a cult classic. So.
Oh, geez. JW, you close to that chemical spill? Oh, man. Stay safe, man. That's.
Wow. Do with Game Boy. We're getting to that, Salvatore. Thanks for the reminder.
I got George Reeves and the TV Superman. Those were pretty. I remember watching those when I was a kid.
Which ones? What?
George Reeves, the Superman TV show.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So what was Rex Reed in?
Oh. Solid Gold.
I don't know.
I don't even know who he is.
Oh, here. Rex Reed was in the first Superman film. What was he?
Oh, wait. Rex Reed, the critic. Who's the other guy from Solid Gold?
Rex Smith?
Rex Reed was This Island Earth. Oh, interesting.
I know that actor.
Yeah, Rex Reed. He was the guy I was thinking of as a movie reviewer, but who's the guy from Solid Gold now? I can't even remember. Rex Smith. Okay.
Yeah, Rex Smith. Yeah.
Getting these Rexes all mixed up.
Incredible Shrinking Woman. I'm gonna have to reuse that poster sometime. I did a poster using the artwork of that for our band one time. We have to use that again.
Hold on, I'm gonna play this for Salvatore.
Yeah, please.
He's being cranky.
Are you hangry? This chair is so squeaky.
I've played a few of these so far.
Yeah.
And I'm more excited about the Game Boy and Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance than any of their systems on the online service. I just like them because they're nice and short. They're easy.
Yeah.
To play. Not necessarily easy, but they're easy to pick up and play.
Sure. Right. I'm kind of looking forward to some Tetris there. I need to get on and play. Since I hooked it up and played the other day, with Logan, I got back on and did some Rocket League after I got done eating tonight.
Yeah, I gotta fire that up on Xbox on the Series S. I finally got it on there.
Alone in the Dark. Zach was saying about the Alone in the Dark, just how it was just so. The text part was just so god awful. He said it's just terrible.
I bet. I love Wario Land games.
Look at that. It's great.
Kirby.
The Flamin' Poo. Hey, what's up? Oh, of course. You can't see you.
Yeah, the Game Boy Zelda games are really cool.
There. Come here. Over here.
Yeah, Game Boy Tetris, all-time classic right there. Oh, God, I don't know. Oh, here you go. This is what I wanted to see. Stuff that's coming soon. All right, you got Oracle of Seasons, Ages.
Wow, that wasn't very long.
No, hold on. Let me back that up. What's going on here?
Back that up. Back that ass up. Did I just say that? My dog just looked at me. She turned around and looked at me as I said that. Like, what are you saying?
Kirby Tilt and Tumble.
So it's not easy to
Whatever.
say.
No, it still isn't easy for me. Saboteur plays Rocket League every night.
Well, yeah.
He's hooking up with Saboteur. He plays every night, like you.
Well, I'd have to. What time do you play, dude? What time zone are you?
Now, what's interesting about this game is when this game came out, they had those e-reader cards that you could scan in if you got the little scanner thing, and it added new levels. And there's like 30-something levels, I think.
Wow.
But they put them all inside this game. This is a fun game right here.
I played that the other day.
Kuruin.
Oh my gosh. I was doing okay, but
I have that Kuruin game on Game Boy.
Oh, okay.
As well. It's really neat. It's a Japanese. I don't think it ever came out here for GameCube. I never played that Mario and Luigi game either.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's a lot of stuff.
BCB, I was just saying, I just finished that game. I didn't finish it. I beat it, but then more stuff opened up. Plus, there's all the, trying to go back and getting like the little medal or whatever for each of these.
Yeah, Fire Emblem, F-Zero, Golden Sun.
Fire Emblem and Golden Sun. Holy smokes.
Oh, he's West Coast. So 9 or so. So 7 o'clock you play, somewhere around there. 7 o'clock my time.
What's interesting, it put online stuff with these games. So you can do, I think, 4-player online with Super Circuit, the Mario Kart game. It's crazy.
Konami Crazy Racers is better than Mario Kart.
Well, I never played. Actually, I played Super Circuit a lot when it came out. But I didn't play much of Mario Kart 64 because I didn't have it right away because I was too busy playing Diddy Kong Racing, which I loved.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Keep it clean. I'll tell you what, that's why I'll probably be up late tonight because I'm trying to clean up. JYT was playing Wario last night and he didn't know what to do. That sucks. I hate that.
Oh, WarioWare? Well, yeah, when you first play it, if you've never played it, those games are so fast. And before you even realize what you're doing, it's over. Mm-hmm. So that's the whole point is, then the next time, maybe you'll figure it out or the time after that. But also in it, there's as soon as you play one of the levels, they have a whole section where you can practice. So you can just go to that level and practice and figure it out if you want, which is nice.
That is very nice.
Very nice.
Games were one screen and you didn't have to invest your whole life into it.
That second part is the best.
I'm with you. Gonna help Rex's bench press.
Wait, Rex Smith or Rex?
Rex Reed. Yeah, which Rex? We're crossing Rexes. We're having a Rexus Nexus. Actually, I don't miss those days. All the games I play are like that. One screen. Mickey's Speedway on the 64 is good. From Rare. Yeah, Rare did some really cool stuff.
Oh, man. put out some stuff on.
I'll have to check that out.
64.
I love all those racing games. Like I bought the Sonic racing games.
Oh, Lance, what are you doing to us? You're introducing another Rex Chapman now? Rex Smith was on Solid Gold. Rex Reed reviewed movies. Rex Chapman won an NBA Slam Dunk Championship. Wow. Hey, Obsidian, what's going on?
Oh, my goodness. Rex Smith was in a 1985 TV series about a superhero called Nighthawk. I remember that. Nighthawk. Uh-oh. Rex Roofler. Reggie. Oh, that's great. What about Radical Rex?
Who's that?
It's another Rex.
I should change the title of the show to the Rex Show.
I'm telling you, we'll just call it Rexus Nexus.
Is there a Rex? Maybe get a Rex little outline of a guy to put up.
We should do that. It's almost like Racer Rex.
Racer Rex. Retro.
Safe Rex. Yeah. Oh, JD is not feeling so hot. Rough. You've been hanging with Mike or what? Is this something that's going on out there? Maybe. I appreciate you checking in. I'm glad you're not feeling horrid. But
do I have Radical Rex on Switch? I do not.
T-Rex.
I'm not 100% sure if I even know that game. Is that a digital download game?
I don't know. Rex Grossman fell short in the Super Bowl. Rex and Effects. Oh, is a Rex show now. Rawhead Rex. Oh, dear Lord. What about Rex Hunter? Just to throw one more in. I grew up with a Rex. Radical Rex was best on Sega CD. Came with a rap theme.
Ooh, just like Donkey Kong 64.
Do you have Radical Rex on Switch?
I do not. It's the only game I don't have on Switch.
Hex this Rex. Oh, man. Tyrannosaurus Rex. BCB's digging the Scooby days.
Scooby Dooby Doo.
I got the Racer Rex refs, dude. Yes, thank you. Paul Gilbert. There you go. Was just talking about Paul Gilbert.
I want to go through and watch. I want to watch Speed Racer from beginning to end.
You know, I started, so we should do that. We should watch it. You know, simultaneously.
I mean, I have no idea if I've seen them all. I mean,
I know I haven't.
You know, I mean, you come home, you turn it on, it comes on, and you have no idea if it's even in order or.
Right. Yeah, so, and it is kind of a serial. It is a serial cartoon.
Yeah, I think there's like 51 or so episodes. It's in the 50s, I believe.
I think that's right. Or yeah, I mean. Oh, speaking of episodes, I did watch the latest episodes, the only one I've seen so far of Night Court.
One last night?
Yeah.
I thought that was terrible.
I thought so too. But I also thought that I hate the Fargan laugh track. That's terrible.
Yeah, the number one thing they got to change is that laugh track. It's god awful. The original Night Court, I guess, did it in front of a live audience because there's a guy you can hear doing a belly laugh all the time. And that was like the father of somebody on the show. And that's what they need. They need to get rid of that laugh track. It screws up the whole show.
It does. It does.
And
I really can't stand it when you're trying to force me to laugh at something. I'm like, that's not funny. Or it's not that funny. It's like, bah! And you're like, whoa, chill the hell out. It was not that funny.
Well, the thing I didn't like about last night's show was they weren't even trying to be funny. It was like more of a lecture. Like, I'm not turning you on to watch a lecture. I don't care about your opinion on stuff.
Yeah.
Just make me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah, the Power Station one with Robert Palmer was really good. That's nice.
Yeah, that's the one Night Court you've seen is actually the worst. Yeah,
isn't that funny?
It was weird. The worst one.
I finally catch it, and it's the suckiest one yet.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it's not bad. They need to fix the soundtrack issue, and I mean, they got plenty of time to work on the show because it's already been green lit for the next season.
Gotta love it. Sinuses and rundown, long day at work. Oh man. I may go to Australia and jump on Rex Airlines.
Who knew there was this many Rexes?
Cartoon Network was awesome for like its first 3 years in existence when Ted Turner fully owned it. Yeah. Yeah. Just finished Car 54. So did you watched it all? Thinking after Munsters next, maybe.
How long was that on? A year or two? It wasn't on very long, was it?
Car 54?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think it's like the Munsters, two seasons. I have the first season of Welcome Back, Kotter, but that's it.
Oh, first season's pretty good.
Yeah. So I need to watch.
I do not have an analog pocket. I wish I did, but man, that's just really pricey. So I do not.
That's cool. That's the demon from Fantasia.
Yeah, those pockets look really cool. Dryer lint, that's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Oh, Jeff, they're talking about the guy that you were talking about.
Who's that?
Can't believe Feature Man, the old Depression era minded guy who cooks and tells stories, made something with expensive eggs in it.
Well, you don't have much choice anymore with these eggs.
That's about it, right? I bought some eggs for under $4 at Trader Joe's.
I was at the store the other day. It's like, it wasn't that long ago. I was buying a dozen eggs for like $1.89, and I go there and it's like over $4. Like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. I'm telling you, for some of those dairy items, you got to go to Trader Joe's. It's a good deal. Plus,
Chris, I actually have one of those. I've got the wood grain one, I believe. Yeah, those are very cool. I like them.
Anbernick. Man.
6 eggs there, $1.89. Yeah,
right. Yeah,
that's about right, because that's what a dozen used to be here.
Yeah, I paid $3.69 for the brown eggs the other day.
Mrs. Garrett was. And you talk about Mrs. Garrett from Facts of Life, or Mrs. Garrett, the landlord from Laverne and Shirley.
Oh my gosh!
Anyone know any more Mrs. Garrett's?
Mrs. Garrett's. Oh, you know, Karen. We talked about that, right?
Cool.
Yeah, we already talked about that.
Nice. Yeah, I mentioned the other day about how Laverne's dad on the show was selling drugs to people in Hollywood.
Is that crazy, man?
Yeah, they didn't find. I mean, it didn't come out until after he had died.
Who knew that? Who knew that her dad was the Pusher Man?
Man.
Yeah, from Facts of Life.
He's pushing cocaine, and Laverne's hooked on milk and Pepsi.
Oh man.
Brad Garrett. What's that in response to?
Brad Garrett.
Oh, Garrett. Okay. All right, I got.
It's a Garrettosity. 100,000 Cadbury cream eggs. Also, did you hear about guy who stole 100? Is that supposed to be 100,000 Cadbury cream eggs?
Or 10,000 maybe.
Or is it? Yeah, is it supposed to be 10,000? First person ever to comment on my picture of the demon from Fantasia. Hey,
love that.
People usually comment on my name too. Yeah, dryer lint. You know what's dryer lint? If you combine it with something, especially at my house, this doesn't happen at everybody's house, but you can do it for camping too. Dryer lint, and what other throwaway item in your home can you use when you're out camping or if you have a fireplace?
Yep. Brad Garrett's that guy on those Jimmy John's commercials. I'm not sure if I understand those commercials.
What is it?
He's like a gangster. I don't know. He's got some grudge against Jimmy John's. I don't know why. Maybe he sells sandwich or lunch meat. I
haven't seen it.
I don't know. It's a little too big of a story for me when it comes to a commercial.
Brad Garrett voiced Hulk Hogan
Yes,
in the
he
wrestling
did.
cartoon. I'm eager to see what comes up here. Belly button lint? Wax? No.
Oh
No.
yeah, Brad Garrett was great, and everybody loves Raymond. Oh,
So what you want to do if you go camping and you do campfires, or if you have a fireplace, empty the lint out of your dryer and keep a hold of it. And when you use up either your paper towel roll or you use up your toilet paper roll, you take those, stuff it full of that, and it makes a great fire starter.
I thought you were going to say and smoke it.
You could. I'm not telling you can't. You shouldn't, probably. I won't be responsible for what happens to you if you do.
I don't know if I've ever seen a 6-pack of eggs, to be honest.
I have. Yeah, it's just like a half little carton. I saw them at the store at the Trader Joe's. They had them.
I see him when I watch a Gordon Ramsay cooking show from like the mid 2000s. He pulls out a 6-pack of eggs. I'm like, where are you getting those? You got a big family. Why do you have a 6-pack of eggs? I mean, it's got like 5 kids.
Who's eating a 6-pack of eggs?
Yeah, why are you buying them by a 6-pack? She's buying a 30-pack at Sam's.
Right, exactly. Oh man, or the double-decker 18-pack from Sam's, right?
Yeah, buying a chicken is cheaper than buying a dozen eggs here. I think Lenny and Squiggy were the mules for.
Oh no!
I think they were too, but I don't think they had any idea what they were delivering. They had no idea.
No clue that there was any cocaine under the pizza. Garrett Morris was the first actor to play Ant-Man.
Yeah. Also, Garrett Morris, he was like, who are the 2 people from the original cast you don't really think of? It's like Garrett Morris and Lorraine Newman. Yeah. Everyone else is kind of like a big star, but Garrett Morris, I thought was hilarious.
I want to say something about today, but if anybody has not played Wordle today, and you normally do, just let me know. If there's anybody out there watching right now, of all the millions of people we got watching, is anybody into Wordle and you haven't played yet? Because I did Wordle 4 times today. And Jeff, you'll get a kick out of what it was. And all I have to do is, in order for you to know what it is, you didn't do Wordle today, Stashnet? Okay. Are you still going to do it? Okay, she'll do it now.
Lenny was
about
great.
8 minutes to do it this morning.
Lenny was great in Better Call Saul. I need to finish that series. I think I missed like the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah,
the last 2 seasons.
She caught up. She's all caught up.
Wait, please.
This is great. Lorraine Newman. Wow, that really is good bass. The Bassomatic.
That's her shining moment.
Oh, that freaking Pete's BA. I do love this. Wait, please. That's great. I'll be a gentleman. I shall wait. A couple of years ago, the neighbor's chicken was laying all its eggs under one of our bushes. Discovered a pile of over 30 eggs.
Salvatore, you might be able to retire early. 30 eggs.
They had it on CNN 10 where they were doing a report on the chickens. And we have friends that have had chickens. And I did get to thinking about it. I mean, like there was a guy who put like $1,000 into building a coop. And so that guy was mildly handsome. Oh, that guy?
Or this guy.
Wait a minute.
Or this guy.
Oh.
Or this guy. Perhaps this guy.
Ah! He gave me several options.
Maybe this guy.
Oh, look at that. He's got an Offerman right there. Hey, put up that first picture again.
What, Pete?
Yeah. Huh. Oh, is that Pete? See, I mean, look at the picture. Are they the same person? This one has glasses.
And he's wearing a different shirt.
A different shirt. 30 eggs comes out to be approximately $34.50.
Your mama sews socks that smell. I remember that skit. That was good. Mr. Magoo.
I have. I don't remember. I have the Mr. Magoo Christmas Carol DVD.
Oh, Magoo.
Pete has a largish chin. All three of them.
All right, you're good to go, Stuart.
Okay, good.
Well,
So, Jeff, all I have to say, if you want to do Wordle, is tell you it's fun to say. Why is it number one? Because it's fun to say.
Wordle.
That's what Wordle is. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's the word?
I don't know.
Oh, come on. I thought for sure you were going to do this.
It's fun to say?
Yes.
I don't know.
It's America's number one condiment.
Oh. Salsa.
Salsa? Yeah. And you know why it's the number one condiment? No, why? Because it's fun to say. Salsa. That is fun to say.
Yeah, JW Atari is having, I saw that. They're having another big sale.
If you need accessories, like what? Like joysticks and stuff?
Fun words to say. Macadamia.
Francisco. Ooh, that's fun to say. Francisco.
Oh, such a great movie.
It is. And that's why, you remember, that's why my friend's book has a character name. Francisco. Francisco the goat. Flash sales through 2/18. Holy shnikes, that ends like Saturday. Oh, there you go. A news line about it.
Cool.
Oh, look at this. He's trying to work a deal here with me on the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because Blake's getting into collecting cassettes. He has a Wasp one right now that he got.
Interesting.
Well, we were talking about it last week because I pointed at the Boomtown Rats and Fear. I have a couple of copies of Fear.
Brouhaha.
Brouhaha.
What else was fun is Pandemonium.
Ooh, Pandemonium.
And
or Ruh-Roh. Oh, Petty Frogger? What is that?
That was a sequel to Frogger.
It was?
No. I don't know what that word is. I've never seen it in my life.
No. Hi. Welcome to my moment of shit.
We're at a meeting with a guy named Ram Reddy.
Well, we did work with that guy named Dick Ramage.
Wait, what was her name? What was the girl's name? And a girl with last name of Dick Can? What is that?
Dick
Ann.
There it is. Yeah. Dickin.
Ooh, Mollycoddle. That is a good one. Gazebo.
Oh, he's got a poison one too. That's right.
A petty frogger is an inferior legal practitioner. Inferior to who?
That's kind of an interesting. It's an interesting way to spell that. Practitioner.
That's also fun to say.
It's not easy to say. Did I tell you I got into a book recently and there were words in there I could not even say?
Did you just toss the book?
Well, no, because it's on my computer. But yeah, it was so weird. It was in, well, what was the book? Oh, Lost Horizon.
Hmm.
Right?
Garbanzo.
Garbanzo. My cousin is married to Mike Hunt. Jeff and I. Do you remember? Have I mentioned this on the show before? You remember Tony Viviano?
Yeah.
And she got married to a guy with, and we called her Tony.
Yeah, last name was Bennett.
His last name was, she was Tony Bennett. Package from Japan arrived today.
Wait a minute.
Picked up a Sega Saturn.
Now this will be
go.
All right. I should get credit for this because this is going to outdo anything Pete's ever done.
Oh my God!
I'll tell you that right now.
Can you do it?
Do you mean this? Is this what you mean, Salvatore?
I forgot. I should have had this ready. Where the hell is it?
And are you talking about this game here?
Ooh.
What? What are the odds of Salvatore getting a Dreamcast train controller today? And I have it right behind me.
Oh, man.
Look how cool this is.
That is beautiful.
I got this years ago.
It kind of looks like a sewing machine or something.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
All right, top that, Papa Pete.
Wait a minute. We're not getting out of here, man. We're not getting out of here.
Oh, shoot. Never mind. It was a Saturn. I've got a Dreamcast.
Over, man.
The whole thing is falling apart. It's the wrong one. Pete, don't worry. You're still tops. I had the wrong system.
I just watched that the other day. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We suck. My favorite.
Let's see.
Yeah, Wayne's World. We went and saw Wayne's World. Did we see Wayne's World together? And then we, like when Wayne's World 2 came out, we went and saw that together, right?
God, I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I think Wayne's. Yeah,
I know we saw Wayne's World 2 together.
God, I don't even remember. You're talking. What is this? Like 92?
That's what I was going to say. I think it was 92.
92 or 93. So it's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I had for lunch yet, let alone what movie I watched 30 years ago. Too bad Wayne's World didn't come out in 89. It could have put that on my list.
It was close.
It would have made it.
Yeah, I know it. I had it on my list. Like Lance was saying, he had stuff on his list, and then he realized it was in the 90s or late 70s. He had to take some things off.
Like the Jerk. So close. 1979.
79, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. But Grease 2, you can still put that on your list. Why? I don't know, but you could.
I don't know. Never seen it.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones.
Never going to see it.
That is true. Like Rise of Skywalker.
Or GQTV. How's it going?
What is up? And
welcome.
BCB loves Mike Myers.
Yeah. Well, Mike Myers hasn't really done anything in a long time, has
he actually has this new series thing out. Yeah. I don't remember what the name of it is. I saw something about it a couple of months ago.
He's been gone for a long time.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, he did something else in there too. He did Love Guru, was one of his last movies, but what was it he did? Television. Let's see what he's got. Oh gosh, I love having this this thing, but sometimes it just doesn't work right. The Pentaveret is 2022. He did various roles in that. He was a creator, writer, and executive producer, 6 episodes.
Here's Salvatore. So now I need to get a Dreamcast. Then should they go controller? Damn you, GoGameGo. Yeah, Mike Myers.
Mike Myers did the Gong Show 2017 to 2018.
Wait, is that the game show he did as a different person?
Yeah, it's Tommy
Dressed up-
Maitland.
Yeah. I do remember that. I never watched it, but I remember seeing
Let's see. Last week tonight with John Oliver as himself.
Mike Myers worked on Amsterdam in 2022. I've never heard of that.
Yeah.
Boy, remember when him and what was it? Was him and Chris Farley joined SNL like as a featured performer? They weren't. You had the classic cast of Phil Hartman and Dana Carvey.
Right,
Jim
Carvey was
Elliott.
already on. Yeah.
And then Mike Myers, I think Mike Myers was definitely a featured performer. He wasn't for like a year before he went on full time as a cast. And maybe Chris Farley, I don't know, but man, that group, it's still my favorite group.
Yeah. Was he in when they did that candy bar commercial or jingle skit?
Which one?
It does not taste good.
I don't know if I remember that.
Because Dana Carvey, I think, was in that skit, but yeah, the Love Guru. That was all the way back in 2008, and then he was in Inglourious Bastards, and then he did all the Shrek movies all the way up to 2010. Yeah, he was in the I Am Chris Farley movie. I haven't ever watched that. Have you seen that? I Am Chris Farley.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I've watched a lot of Chris Farley stuff. You know, shows about him. I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, Wayne's World was 93. Wayne's World, wow, 92, 93. So I Married an Axe Murderer was there in 93 as well.
Heed.
I liked that movie. I thought that was Heed. Move.
That was a good
If
movie.
you want my body and you think I'm sexy, I love that.
My wife used to say Grease 2 is better than Grease. Luckily, we were able to stay together with counseling. I agree. Yes, that is very
Hold
lucky.
on a second. Is that seriously? Okay. All right. That's
All right, here we go. You got to rank the cat women.
all right. I'd have to say Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Halle Berry. But wasn't there was one other one, wasn't there?
I think Phyllis Diller. Or maybe B. Arthur. Was she Catwoman at any point? I think I'd do the same thing. I almost like in order of when they came out, really.
I think that's right.
We were
B. Arthur as cat. You wonder if they ever thought about that. Maybe. What about that?
Phyllis Diller lived here in town in the 50s, I believe, briefly.
Really?
She lived in Webster Groves.
Wow. Why can't I think of Phyllis Diller versus Mrs. Ooh.
They're kind of
Very nice.
similar.
Very nice. So I still think there's one missing, but I guess not.
We were playing this board game once. This is when I don't even know if I was married at the time. Maybe it's been dating. I can't remember. But I was at my wife's, like, her family home, and you remember brother Cecil.
Mm-hmm.
This was so funny. We were playing some kind of game where you had to just give certain words, certain clues, and you had to guess whatever the person, place. I can't remember the name of the game. So all he said to us, here's his clue. Meow, I'm black. And everyone's like, Eartha Kitt.
Meow, I'm black.
It was like the greatest clue of all time, because how do you get Eartha Kitt? I mean, that's pretty hard.
That is.
But
what do I do for oh, never mind. I got it. There. See? There's Leah Merriweather.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
She was during the show, right?
Yep. So because there was Julie and Lee. Let me see. Where is Julie on here?
Wait, what square was Phyllis Diller in? She seems like a center square, but what about Paul Lynn?
Let's see here. All right, so there's Julie.
You know who's on that Hollywood Squares a lot was Rose Marie.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Big Block's wife liked Grease too because the music was better.
Yeah, definitely Julie Newmar, and then and then I don't know, probably Lee Merriweather, and then Eartha Kitt.
Boy, Phyllis Diller versus Paul Lynde is center square. You know, if you throw in Jim J. Bullock into that mix, then you really got a battle. Diller, Lynde, Bullock. Who's the best center square?
Oh man.
What is Jim J. Bullock doing?
Jim J. Bullock. Yeah, help me.
From Too Close for Comfort.
Oh yeah. I was watching while you're finding that out. I'm assuming you're finding that out.
Yeah, I'm looking up.
So what are you making? You multitasking fool. What are you cooking up? And will you send us a video of it? What did I cook up? I made brownies the other day to give out to some of the folks at school. And of course, everybody these days asks, "Oh, are they magic brownies?" And you're like, "No, I'm not going to," especially not at work. You're like, "I can't do that at work."
Oh, wow. February of 99, Jim J. Bullock was arrested outside a bar.
Whoa.
For possession of crystal meth.
Shit.
What in the hell? His last credit was 2015 on an episode of, what is this?
Oops. Jim J. Bullock passed. Says BCB.
Did he?
I think. Oh, you're making burgers. I want to make burgers.
I think he's still alive. This doesn't say he's dead.
He's living high on the hog from those Too Close for Comfort residual checks.
So he spelled his name J-M instead of Jim, J-I-M, because there was already an actor called Jim Bullock.
Oh.
That's kind of why, like, Michael J. Fox changed his middle initial because of that.
Yeah, Raquel Welch. We were talking about her in the first 11 minutes. That's what you missed. Versus Screech.
I'll take Jim J. Bullock.
I'll take Jim J. Bullock for 500.
He was in an episode of Glee.
Oh, really?
I'm trying to look. There's not a whole lot of big things he's been in since Too Close for Comfort. He was in that episode of Seinfeld. I remember that.
Oh, gosh. I forgot about that. I'm sure I recognized it when it happened, when I watched it, because I watched that not long ago. Screech Dude is dead, I'm pretty sure, he says.
Yeah, he's dead. Wow, he's...
You know what I didn't realize?
Hey, he was in Spaceballs, Stuart.
Bullock was?
Yeah.
Damn.
He played Prince Valium. He was credited as Jim, J-I-M, J. Bullock in that one.
Huh.
Wow.
Raquel on Seinfeld.
Yes, he was great on Seinfeld.
Forgot about that.
Wow, that series ran for 7 seasons. Jeez.
Really?
Yeah, Seinfeld. Remember, she when she walked, she didn't move her arms. I usually do one of these.
Oh,
her arms really stiff.
Screech died right before Save the Bell revival show. Says Bullock was in Spaceballs. It's a shoe-in for the top 32. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh yeah, by the way, next week we're doing
Thank you, Lance.
We're doing the 1980s bracket list. We're going to pit 32 movies from the 80s against each other. We're all going to take votes, everyone in chat, us on the show.
And I've already got my list in.
Did you turn it in?
Yeah, I mailed it to our mailing address.
I don't know if I've seen it or not.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to do that so everyone can come back, vote.
Raquel Welch was in Bedazzled, as well as Mork and Mindy.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
I don't either. Okay, so what's a show that you started watching? Anybody? What's a show that you started watching that's a retro show, and you're like, I just can't do it.
What do you mean, a retro show?
Well, like I stopped because I just it wasn't holding me well enough. I was trying to watch the Buck Rogers series.
Are you talking about now watching an old show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're just kind of like, oh God, I want to do it. I just can't. Ugh. God, I didn't remember it being so cheesy, or
Well, I guess you could add Frasier in for me. I'm still on episode. Well, I finished 2 episodes.
Okay, I was gonna mention that, but
I watched more episodes of The Ropers than of Frasier. If that tells you anything.
Yeah, Frasier could be a little bit to take sometimes. I mean, as it went on and I was watching all of it, I was like, seriously, you have got, it's that age-old thing where you're like, the therapists are sometimes worse off than the patients. You're like, geez whiz, dude, shut up.
Tells me Jeff has a problem. Yeah, maybe. Your favorite is Seinfeld. I would say it's in my top 3, but realistically, Seinfeld, Cheers, and The Office are my top 3. I think it's probably going to go Seinfeld, Cheers, Office.
Seinfeld, Cheers, Office.
Yes.
And Deep Space Nine, you can't handle that. What was it I was just watching the other day? I was, Babylon 5. I saw a part of an episode of that. Some of those things, they just do not move fast enough. Just Shoot Me. I stopped because I didn't like it anymore. Interesting. Thank you. I appreciate you chiming in on that. So is anything else? Anybody like Mork and Mindy? I started watching some Mork and Mindy's, and I'm like, "Hoy, mom."
When it was originally on, I liked the first season. I love the first season. Second season, it started off with that like fantasy thing, and it just got worse and worse. It was almost like a 1-season show, and I'd be willing to bet if I watched it now, I wouldn't like it. I mean, I watch Family Ties all the time, and I watched. I didn't really like it that much.
I watched it. I used to own it. I think I loaned it to a friend of mine, and I never got it back.
I know everyone loves it, but man, I don't know. I just didn't get into it.
Yeah, I bought it at the dollar store. So yeah, I mean, there were things about it. It certainly started off very cringy. You're like, oh shoot, just like our version. Spin City, there you go.
First season of The Office here was still my favorite season. I just love it. It's like a whole different show from season 2 on.
Yeah.
Completely different. I loved it because they ended up making Michael lovable, which is cool. I mean, I loved all those shows too, but that first season was something special, man. It was, some of those episodes are hard to watch.
What was that thing? How'd that line go? Do you like when your employees are afraid of you, or something like that?
Oh, would you rather have your employees fear you or love you?
Love you.
Yes. I want them to fear how much they love me.
my favorite is from the interview that they did when he said, if you don't know a Michael Scott, you are a Michael Scott. Remember, it's a living. Red Dwarf. I haven't watched that, but I remember when it existed. I remember, it being out there, and I just never. It was on PBS, I believe. That and what about Blake's Seven? Has anybody watched that?
Mm-mm.
That's another show that I want to watch. It's a hokey PBS kind of a show, but it's one of those shows that's like Red Dwarf, where you're like, if you're watching it for, because you like watching Star Trek or something, it's not going to be as professionally done. It's, it's just not, it doesn't look the same. But deep down, a lot of times they're still really good stories.
Yeah, JW, I like when you see an actor or actress in a movie and you only know them from one role, especially if it's from TV. It's so weird to see. Doctor Who.
Oh, really? You smoked a cigarette with Avon? Shut up. In 2002. Wow. Was that a convention or something? Oh yeah. Because how did you? Where were you? Because I remember now BCB telling us that he worked at all these different places and people would come in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember Minnesota being one of them though. That's a new.
Yeah.
It's a new twist.
Here's one for JW as well as BCB. Check out. I've mentioned it on Hammerway before. I think I mentioned it on this before, but check out Space Metal by Star One. And the first Space Metal is all about Arian Anthony Lucason's favorite science fiction stuff that happened off of Earth out in space. And when I was listening to it, a woman from Kansas City burned it for me and sent it to me. So I didn't know what the songs were. I didn't know what they were about. But as I started listening to them lyrically, I started realizing that they were about movies. So like there's one about Star Trek 4. There's one about Star Wars. There's one about Outland. There's one on there about the Enemy Mine. The bonus tracks on the bonus discs have one about 2001 Space Odyssey is on there. And I'm trying, and Blake 7 is one of the tracks. But yeah, it's really cool. Alien. There's one on there about Alien. It's just really great record. Space Metal is the name of the album by Star One. So there you go. And
Papa Pete just put out a short while we were talking.
Wow. That's better than pulling out a short. Especially out of his shorts. It's a Living had Ann Jillian and Crystal Bernard.
I never really watched that show. I think I saw it briefly.
Oh yeah, wait, is that the one? No, I'm thinking
They're waitresses.
It's a Living. Ann Jillian. So what was that about?
I think it's about a bunch of women that were waitresses, and I can't remember who else was involved.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hey, Pete just sent in his favorite 80s movie bracket.
Oh, hot diggity. Oh, you got a picture? Oh, dude, I would love to see that. My friend would love to see that.
Oh, here we
She's
go.
the one that turned me
Here
on.
comes Pete.
Hey!
I'm just everywhere, guys.
It's a pop-in Pete.
Pete's in the chat. He's on the show. He's making movies, sending brackets.
Sorry.
The hell aren't you doing?
Well, too.
See what happens when his wife is gone?
There. Said it as preview before the show. I had my sound going on here too, so I was getting like the super echo. The short during the show, set in my bracket, and I had to pop on just to say hello because It's a Living was a good show. And you remember the other star of that show was Andy. I can't remember her name, but Andy Travis's girlfriend, who was the rock star at WKRP.
Oh, with the red hair?
Yeah.
She was in a lot of stuff in the 70s and 80s, but I have no idea what her name was.
I'd have to go. I got to look up her name now, but
Huh.
I'll look it up right now. Andy Have his girlfriend. Let's see if they can find it. For him.
Ballistic is calling this a Pete Fest. So yeah, Crystal Bernard. She was the gal in Wings.
Yeah, I don't know. Linda.
Ooh. You know, BCB, I had some Papa John's recently, and it wasn't really as good as I remembered.
Barry Youngfellow.
Yeah, Barry Youngfellow. There you go.
Oh,
He
she's
was a
dead.
very
I didn't
young
know that.
fella.
She's
Like,
dead. Oh my
He's
god.
been very, very good to me.
Really? Brian, that's an awesome idea, man.
Yeah, you should do it.
She just passed away.
Yeah, last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I remember we talked about her when that happened, didn't we?
Maybe so. Because she was an episode of Three's Company, right? I think Jack was
yeah.
the
Yeah.
What was she?
Was It's a Living her big show?
She was the star. I mean, it's weird because I don't even know if it was a network show. It may just have been a strictly syndication, but 120 episodes is pretty big, really.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah, that's
successful.
80 89, or maybe it was like something that was picked up for a year by a network like ABC or something like that. They dumped it and somebody decided to pick it up for for syndication. I think that's what happened because it used to be all over the map. It used to just appear. It was on at really weird times, not sort of a part of a regular thing.
Wow.
I wonder where that's streaming at. It's got to be streaming if that many episodes.
Oh, how? What was her age when she passed? 61.
Born in 46, died in 22, so 68, 69.
Wow. You know, I just finished watching a
75.
documentary about John Entwistle, and I'd forgotten he was 57 when he died.
Wow.
I'm already 58. It's like
58's young, man. She was 75.
So I keep
My
hearing.
math is off. 58
Wow.
is young.
Yeah, It's a Living was her big thing here because everything else seems to be 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. No, Wings though would be her biggest thing.
No, it's not
No,
Crystal
no.
Bernard.
No,
What?
Barry Youngfellow.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she was in the Jeffersons. How about that? And Barney Miller. Carter
Slumber
Country.
Party Massacre 2.
I like Slumber Party Massacre movies.
I don't doubt that. You know, they were Steve Gutenberg was in Can't Stop the Music with the Village People.
Yeah.
And they said in this movie that I was watching about Alan Carr, they were talking about he was saying I was the last person on that like press run when they tour around the world with the movie. Everybody was dropping out. They were just left and right. They were like, forget this piece of crap. And he said he's the one that stuck in the whole time. He was the last man standing for that. Started a single Santa sequence.
Barry Youngfellow was in 2 episodes of Trapper John, MD.
Huh?
So a slight MASH connection there.
Yeah, really. A show that I never watched because I found it was Trapper John, but it had absolutely nothing inconsistent with MASH, right?
No. I think I watched the whole series, to be honest. I don't
Did
know
you
why.
Really?
Well, I know why, because we didn't have cable.
There you go.
And it was probably the best that was on of the 3 channels.
It's this one.
Wow.
Hugh Wilson, who created WKRP in Cincinnati, directed Police Academy. He was in the movie as the guy that Bubba Smith drove into that small Honda.
Oh yeah. So that was a hard thing to do. Is how many of the police academies did you put in your top 32? I had to narrow it down. I just picked Police Academy 4. Is the only one I put in.
Goose egg for me. Remember Xena? You know, I was behind a truck on the highway heading home from work, and somebody had how everybody's got the white, the decals on the back window, and somebody had the Xena logo on their back window. I was like, get out of here. That's pretty cool. I see Gonzo on General Hospital a lot.
Gonzo Gate.
WKRP had me when they put up that Kiss poster. Amen to that.
Wasn't that the very first episode?
Poster for the bicentennial where they're dressed up like the guys.
Was that the poster Andy put up in the first episode when they're asking what kind of what plans he had for the station, and he put a poster up?
Yeah. And then I think later they had their like their holiday picture up where they were like, it was the snowy setting. They were in a studio, but they had these white robes, I think, on, and tons of snow and stuff. Jaws 3D for the list. Really?
No love for Caddyshack.
No.
Wait.
Well, Jeff and I have been through this one before.
Jackie Mason should have won. Oh, Jackie Mason. Oh my gosh.
So full of crap. Yeah, and Rise of Skywalker should have been up for the Academy Award. Jeff and I have always said this is a beautiful thing between Gilligan's Island and WKRP. He and I would be just perfectly suited. I have got to get rid of this chair. It is driving me nuts. It's so squeaky. Can you hear it?
Yeah. Metal Torso. I love turning Caddyshack 2 off.
It's gone.
I just watched that movie so I can turn it off.
I've seen it. All I can ever think about it is Dan Aykroyd just must be thinking, "Oh my God, why did I do this?"
Yeah, I've never even seen it.
Oh,
it just looked terrible.
It was so stupid.
I didn't bother. Wasn't Chevy Chase still in it though?
He was, yeah, briefly. Just had
be
a
a lot
cameo,
shorter.
made friggin' few $100,000, I'm sure. And
you know what? I would, if I was an actor, I would do that. If you're going to pay me $100,000 just to come into a terrible movie, sure, no problem.
Just to come into a terrible meeting.
They just had the same characters, only they put different actors in them. It's like, Dan Aykroyd was the Bill Murray character type.
Right.
And it was just ridiculous.
What were they thinking? All right, we'll just recast everyone and we'll have the same movie.
No, stupid.
It was stupid. I loved it. That was great.
Just like Rise of Skywalker.
That's right.
Pete, what's your number one on your list for the bracket show?
UHF.
Wow.
What else?
That means
truth be known, it is not. Want me to tell you what my actual number one is?
Yes.
No.
Huh?
Should we know now?
I don't think it really matters because this is not one that you're going to go, oh, that'll never be there. Just that maybe it's that high. Return to the Jedi is my number one. Because favorite movies that I've watched the most, movies that I liked at the time. It doesn't mean it's the best movie. It's my favorite movie. If you went by the critics' choice for best movies ever, well, then you're not really having
Metal Torsos here.
So who else has that movie on there? Metal Torso saying.
I do not.
Which one?
Excalibur.
Return or Excalibur? I don't.
Excalibur.
No, it wasn't. It was kind of panned at the time, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, it's not like it is now. I think a lot of that now it's different. People, I just remember back then it was just over the top.
I love it.
What was this?
I remember watching the commercials during the hockey playoffs in 1980. It would come on all the time, and going to see it.
What's your favorite part of Caddyshack 2? Turning it off. Click. I love that part.
Yeah, we got a lot of entries this time. I think the most we've had is like 2.
I forgot to add Microwave Massacre to my list.
Oh, that's too bad.
2.
Released in 80s, filmed in the 79.
3.
Oh, the guy who did the voice of Frosty. Oh, that's right. The Microwave Massacre, yes.
Isn't that the one that I sent you my video on it, didn't I, guys?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
Yes,
So JWD, you go back looking somewhere, and there is a video where I do Papa Mosley, and I review a couple of movies, one of which is Microwave Massacre. That's kind of hard to find, though.
We have 5 entries.
It's kind of hard to watch.
We have 5 entries into the bracket show besides us. That's great. That's a new record.
Idea for bracket
Yeah,
show.
kind of hard to watch your review or the movies too.
Turned into movies.
Uh-huh.
That would be a pretty good bracket show.
Oh.
Are there 32 of them?
But, well, yeah, I know. Well, I'd have to look it up. Because you got Stuart Smalley, you've got Pat, 2 Wayne's Worlds.
Stuart Smalley had a movie?
Oh, yeah. Stuart Saves the World.
Huh.
Which I have done many times. I'm just letting you know. Let's see. SNL movies.
Coneheads.
Blues Brothers, maybe?
Blues Brothers.
Coneheads, Blues Brothers. Oh, sugar. There goes my camera.
Do you count the other Blues Brothers?
I wouldn't, but they had
Well,
Ladies Man, Roxbury, Night at the Roxbury, MacGruber,
It is.
Superstar. Yeah,
Michael Hayes. I'm loving it too. I love the Game Boy stuff and Game Boy Advance.
I said, yeah, okay. So that's what I thought. I thought it wasn't well received when it was released, right? It's
Sort of like how you have
a
your
cult
camera
following now.
I like how you have your camera tilted like a Batman episode.
JW, yes. I think both of those made my list. Night Shift definitely made my list, but Stripes, I think, did. Trying to remember.
I was looking up a list of like best or favorite 80s movies. I didn't see Night Shift on any of these lists, which is kind of weird.
It's on mine.
On mine, I love it.
Me too. 2 tit. Pros. I don't even know what that's doing in there. 2.
JW, I have the ambassador version of the 3DS as well. Although I ended up giving it to my son, so now he has it. I don't have any of those games on there anymore because they're all on his.
Oh, what was this? Mine's coming tonight.
Cool. That will make 6 then. Jeez.
Whew.
I got a busy weekend ahead of me.
Smash that like button. That wasn't me. That was a sound bite. Saw Caddyshack from behind the couch at 6 years old. Started doing the chipmunk dance for money at my parents' parties.
My Bodyguard.
I almost put that on there.
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, it just it doesn't hold up to all the other movies that you can put on the list. I mean, that's
My Bodyguard came out in 80, just in the nick of time.
Just in the nick of time. SNL. Let's see. What do we have? Okay, what do we have? Blues Brothers came from SNL. My Bodyguard, yeah. Coneheads, yeah. Arthur, good movie. I didn't put that on my list, although so that's what I mean. It's just, I did my list, bloop, blah, and then it's like, okay, if I think about it too much, there's a million freaking movies that I can put on there.
Arthur's kind of a hard movie to find to watch. Like,
Is
you can order on Amazon, don't get me wrong, but I mean,
I've
as
had
far
it
as
for
streaming
years.
or a lot of availability, it's not around a whole lot.
Is that right? Because, man, I've had it for years, man.
Well, yeah, you could get it, but like I say, it's not something you see. Like some movies, you just like Caddyshack, for example, you see everywhere. You see,
Oh, well, yeah.
some movies are just really pushed. Arthur's just not. Nothing Dudley Moore is, frankly.
Well, yeah, I mean, what other really good movie did he do? I mean, he did
10.
10,
I never was a
and
big,
that was before Arthur.
yeah, Arthur. I mean, he did all the Best Defense. I don't know. He did several, but
Santa Claus the movie.
yeah.
But I mean, how many of those are you going to watch on the reg at all?
Yeah.
How many of them were really good? So, oh my goodness, what are you doing right here? Yeah, Jorn Landy, did he also cover Ride Like the Wind? Saxon did a version of that too. I am a big Jorn Landy fan, and I love what he did on those Landy Russell albums Those were the first two especially awesome. Third one pretty good, but yeah, Jorn Landy was also in the band. Why can't I say the band name? Ugh. It's got a raven on it. I can't think of it. 3 O'Clock High, 1987. I don't remember that. Mickey and Maude. See, that was the other.
So, Jeff, you think you're going to have 5 of ours plus 6 more? That's a lot.
That
That's
is
good.
a lot.
I'm interested. I'm interested to hear the list that you read beforehand. That's all the ones that didn't make the top 30.
Yeah, just the ones that didn't make.
Yeah.
Well, see, I like this because then it's I don't know. It's more. I don't want to say fair, but you got a bigger pool to draw from, so it really changes it up.
Absolutely, it does.
Coco. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's 31. What?
Yeah, it's 8:31 already.
Holy cow!
Did any Cheech and Chong movies make the list? Not on my list, no.
The only one
Didn't
that I
make
would
mine
have
either.
Up in Smoke. I actually looked and double checked to 78. So
Yeah. And that was really the only one that I was super interested in.
Pete, since you're on here, Salvatore's taking over. Oh wait, you can battle it out.
Yeah, I did. I certainly put Pee Wee Herman on mine because that was a great movie.
Sure.
That was a good. Speaking of Cheech and Chong, he was in Cheech and Chong too.
Mr. Hamburger Man.
The Hamburger Man.
All right, so next week, 80s movies bracket. If you still want to do a list, go check our community tab. There's a whole thing of where to send it, how to send it.
I watched Up and Smoke Clean, and it made no sense.
That's got one of my favorite all-time lines in any movie right there is when they're in the back of the van and she's telling the story and he's got the cramp in his leg and she's going, me, Alex. They call me Alex. And then he gets out of the van and Cheech looks at him and goes, hey, I didn't know your name was Alex, man.
The Ajax girl.
Yeah. The Ajax girl. That was that was that one, yeah.
Oh man. Everybody have a good rest of the evening. Enjoy your weekend. Remember, it's not only President's Day on Monday. It is Muffin Day, Cozy Day, Love Your Pet Day, and Leadership Day, and Cherry Pie Day.
And I'm getting a root canal.
Oh, there's Jeff's root canal day.
Because I started getting the pain. Last show, I was in so much pain with my tooth, and it's
I'm sorry.
It still hurts. Not as bad, but it still hurts. So I'm almost looking forward to it, so I can get rid of it.
Yeah, I get you. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But then I've got to turn around and get a wisdom tooth pulled like 2 or 3 weeks after that. So this isn't going to be a fun month or so.
Oh, dude. Fortunately, it doesn't last too long. I mean, you know, it's there and done. And I'm sorry though, because damn, those are. That's not. Yeah, happy Rex Day.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for being here. Metal Torso, welcome. I mean, have we seen Metal before?
Oh yeah, he's been here a few times.
Well, how do I not remember that?
I don't know.
With a name like that, I mean,
on my channel.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I am so sorry. I just, my apologies. I got too much on the brain, I guess. So.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. We'll see you next week for the bracket show.
Thanks, Pete, for popping in. We really appreciate it. Always.
Pop in, Pete.
Pop in, Pete. He's popping fresh.
You just never know.